folks, and welcome to Tree Stand Buddies Game On. I'm your host, Nate Klein.
And I'm Robbie Gilbert.
This week, Robbie, we're headed to South Carolina.
We're going to be hunting hogs and whitetails.
Get ready, because Tree Stand Buddies Game On starts right now.
Tree Stand Buddies Game On is brought to you by the Tree Stand Buddy, the tree stand hanging system that's coming to a tree near you. Wild Dale's Booner Builder, build your invisible food plot today. Extreme Sighting Solutions, let Extreme Sight be the solution to your sighting problems. High Country Archery, celebrating 30 years of archery excellence. Invite Team Extreme Food Plots, make them thrive 365. Bush in a Bag, your personal ground concealment system. True Fire Releases and Broadheads. Products more archers trust. Kicks Industries, Get on Target. And Walnut Grove, makers of the Booger. Products have been provided by these fine sponsors.
Well, Robbie, we made it all the way down here to South Carolina to hunt with Blackwater. This place is beautiful.
It is. The lodge is incredible. I'm pumped. As much as everybody knows, I love to rifle hunt. It's September 4th.
It's amazing. We just talked to Terry. He said that the bucks are almost all out of velvet. We may catch a velvet buck, we may not, but it's not about that down here at Blackwater. It's about good quality deer and having some fun. We might even catch a hog, he said.
Exactly. He says we're going to see a lot of deer, and from what I see on the way in, I mean, it looks like there's deer here. There's got to be deer here.
My first time hunting South Carolina, so we're going to head out with the guides, and we'll be set into our blinds.
The biggest draw South Carolina has is, you know, we got a velvet hunt that starts August the 15th, and not many states offer that. On top of that, we can hunt with bow, rifle, muzzleloader. We don't have a split season like a lot of states do.
The draw that everybody wants to come for is because, especially me being a gun hunter from Pennsylvania, I've got a chance to shoot a deer legally with a rifle in September. It's awesome.
Terry, what's this stand got for us here?
What we got some peas in here. Of course, most of them eaten up. We got corn spread out on the left-hand side in here. You got a southeast wind, so most of the deer come from this direction right here. So
down here by the swamps, aren't we? Down over the hill.
Yeah. Salkehatchie River's probably about 400 yards back in here. So holds a lot of deer.
I can't wait to get up in this stand. Hey, good luck. I know you're going down over the hill, so
Look, brother.
Let me know what you get. We'll see you about a little after dark then.
Sounds good. Get ready.
Thank you.
On our hunts, we've got 6,600 acres. On our deer hunts, we take up to 12 hunters max is all we'll take at a time. It gives us plenty of room to move around. We got 66 stands, and average about a stand per 100 acres. So I feel like we got plenty of room to move and to rotate our stands. If we shoot on a stand, we automatically just kick it out for a while and let it rest until we see deer start, you know, the activity pick up on the place again.
It's my first night of the hunt here with Blackwater hunting in Ulmer, South Carolina. A couple of firsts for me on this hunt. Never taken a velvet buck. It's September 4th, so I still may have a chance. Never taken a buck with my rifle. May have a chance to do that. I've never taken a South Carolina buck. Also, there's some hogs on this property, so I also have a chance I could possibly take a hog. We made the trip down here, and it's hot, but at least we're hunting. So we're gonna get into this blind, gonna cover up. We're settled in and ready to see all the wildlife that South Carolina has to offer. We'll be back with some more fun from Blackwater after the break.
This is the Tree Stand Buddy, the easiest, safest way ever to hang your stand. With the receiver on the tree and the bracket on the stand, simply slide your stand into place. Attach the tree stand strap. You never carry your stand up the tree. Tree Stand Buddy works on virtually any hang-on stand. I put a receiver in every tree I hunt and take my stand with me.
It's that easy.
Learn more at treestandbuddy.com.
Wild Dale's Booner Builder is a new one-of-a-kind product that will help you keep and route deer where you want them. With as little as 2 applications, you can turn native wood browse into a more healthy and nutritious food source that deer crave. Not a sweet treat, mineral, fertilizer, or attractant, Booner Builder works within the plant itself to increase sugar production and total health of the plant, thus making it more desirable to wildlife. Now, for the first time, you can create browsing routes that lead directly to your stand without anyone else knowing about the honey hole you've secretly created. Bring that nocturnal buck you've been after right to your stand during daylight hours with Wild Dale's Booner Builder.
Extreme Sighting Solutions is new this season with the Terminator. We use the strongest CNC machined aircraft-grade aluminum available. We're bow hunters, and we know exactly what your equipment goes through each season. Our sights are durable, lightweight, and bright. Our pins are looking at 24 inches of some of the brightest fiber optic material on the market today, giving you the visibility you need to make those tough shots count, even in low light conditions. The new Terminator by Extreme Sighting Solutions just put one more advantage in your favor. Let Extreme Sights be the solution to all your sighting problems.
Take year-round management to the next level with Invite Extreme Wildlife Systems.
Invite Extreme Wildlife Systems has everything you need to attract more wildlife and grow bigger bucks.
Quality seed blends, liquid fertilizers, herbicide, highly nutritious minerals.
You put your deer on the Invite system, you'll see the results.
It allows your property to hold more deer and better deer, as well as more wildlife in general. Use Invite's complete line and you won't regret it.
Make them thrive 365.
This portion of the show is brought to you by Gibbs Archery. Visit them at GibbsArcheryGear.com.
Our first evening hunts in the books, we saw a pile of those. One small buck away out at the end of this field. A couple of turkeys. Not bad. We're seeing deer, Blackwater. It's all that matters.
Coming into this hunt, we didn't really know what to expect. I'd hunted the South about 10 years ago. Nate had never deer hunted the South, so I mean, we were kind of open. We didn't know. So we had talked to Terry, and we just laid it out on the table and said, hey, we're a couple of northern boys. We're down here on an early season gun hunt. What should we be expecting?
As far as the expectations for South Carolina, it's not known for killing a lot of Boone and Crockett deer at all. We have multiple. You can take multiple deer. It's 2 deer per day. A good mature whitetail will score 110 to 115. That's a good average mature buck that's 3.5 years old or older. So don't expect, big 150 class. The best 2 bucks we ever killed was a 162 non-typical and a 155, I think, is typical. The big draw for us is the velvet stuff, the 2 deer per day. A mature buck, 3.5 years old, will be from 160 to 200 pounds. We do kill some pretty good body weight deer.
It's our first morning in South Carolina. Terry brought us out here, and I'm hunting in between this big pine forest, I guess, better lack of words. There's a big dirt road here that I'm watching. I look for the deer to be crossing back and forth. It's a little bit cooler this morning than it has been. I say cooler, it's still about 80 degrees. It was pushing the high 90s yesterday, and we still saw some deer, so hopefully we'll get lucky enough and won't come across this road.
As it turned daylight, a flock of turkeys came right into my set, and they hung out there for a while, and they moseyed up and down this road. And these roads are so different than from where we hunt at because they're sandy. I mean, they're real quiet. You're not going to hear stuff walking down through them. In the back of my mind, I know it's getting hotter. Every minute, it's just going to keep warming up, so you're kind of worried that the deer are going to shut down. And they didn't. These deer are used to the temperatures. Where I'm from, I'm not used to these kind of temperatures. So I'm sitting there, I'm looking down this long sendero, we were calling them, by Pennsylvania standards, and a little buck come bouncing out. And anytime you see horn, it just gets you pumped up. I looked behind him and I seen a rack buck, a really decent rack buck. He came out. I was videoing him. After watching him there for a minute or two, I realized this, especially after talking to Terry, this is a buck that I needed to take on this hunt because it fit right with what he had told me and what I should expect on an early season hunt. So the deer, he kind of moved around there, moseyed around a little bit. I was able to get my high-powered rifle up, settle crosshairs on him, and take the shot.
I think a Gilbert kid just did it in South Carolina. I could plowed him. He did a big old mule kick and it was awesome. Nate's texting me right now. Yep. Yeah, it's Nate, yes.
I believe I just heard Robbie Gilbert shoot. the guy has got some kind of luck. I've never taken him on a hunting trip, deer hunting trip, where he doesn't kill something. You could put him in a Walmart parking lot on a telephone pole and he would find something to kill. It's amazing. But our morning's been slow. So one deer before light. The plan is we'll check in with Robbie, and I'm sure he's got one down. But put a rifle in Robbie Gilbert's hands, he's not going to miss a whole lot of deer. Well, I'm happy for him. Can you see it on my face how happy I am for Robbie? I mean, he's happy.
That deer, he come out, the little buck come out right in the middle. That little buck never left. 15 minutes after I cracked the trigger, he never left.
He look at you and say, thanks.
What's up?
Get him out of here for me.
Hey. But he come out and I was behind him. Oh, that's bone. Of course, you know, the fresh light and everything. I was getting on him. I was like, ooh, baby.
You know what's funny to me? It's like, we're in the South. It's like the first week of September, and we're deer hunting with rifles.
I know, that's the hard part. I was actually reading a bow hunting magazine when this is all going down.
And if you're from up north, you gotta come try this sometime. I mean, we have to wait till the leaves start changing and everything. Well, here, let's get the dog going. Yeah, we're ready to go. Cut it loose. Let's see how far your deer ran.
All right. Hey, come.
Found it. Let's get down here. 9.
Speak to him. Speak to him.
We got dogs that we use. We run the bells on them. We have GPS collars, and it's just amazing. I'm scared, but we lose 50-60% of the deer a year if we didn't have dogs. So they're pretty amazing. You run a hole through them, I'm pretty sure we'll find you deer.
That's a beautiful South Carolina whitetail, Robbie.
It is, Nate. I tell you what, this is the second one I've been fortunate enough to take here. And it's been 10 years since I've been to South Carolina, and Terry and his guys invited us down to come down here. And this is, it's kind of neat because these deer are just going through a change right now. They're coming out of their summer habits. They're just starting to lose their velvet, and it's just a good hunt to be on.
I like that velvet just hanging off there. We didn't know if we were going to be able to get one in velvet, but you kind of got one that's got a little bit left on it, so it just proves that they're just coming out.
What was really cool about this whole hunt this morning was I had two bucks in front of me that were still fully velvet and doesn't even look like they're ready to even come out. And then you got this one, he's already down to bone. So
Generally, the younger ones will shed out a little bit later. The bigger ones will shed out first, and then I don't know why that is, but that's always
like we were saying. If you love deer hunting and can't get enough of it, you got to come to South Carolina down here with Terry at Blackwater and try this out. Better, I mean, it's hot, but there's deer moving. These deer are used to it. If you're from the north like we are and you come down here, this is amazing to have deer movement, and Terry's gonna have the deer pretty much patterned and picked out for you.
Now, would you say this is a 2.5-year-old deer? That's what I figured.
Yeah, that's a good 2.5. Yep.
9 points, Robbie.
Not too bad.
Congratulations.
Thank you again,
congratulations
Terry.
again.
Yep.
Hey, my turn.
You know, not to sound greedy or nothing, but no.
You set the bar, and I gotta beat that. So.
All right, let's get him up out of here and
let's do it.
Let's give it something to eat.
Yeah, that's good cooking too. We got one deer down and plenty more hunting to do in South Carolina. We're gonna cut up a little bit and go find some hogs after the break.
Hunters, are you sick of dropping your gear from your tree stand, then having to climb back down to get it? Walnut Grove has solved an old problem with a new idea, the booger. You may be fooled by its looks, but you'll be amazed by its abilities. If you drop it, this little booger will get it. The Booger by Walnut Grove Hunting Products. Proudly made in the USA.
This portion of the show has been brought to you by Tree Stand Buddy. Find us at treestandbuddy.com.
After Robbie killed his deer, his focus was on killing a pig. So Terry took us around and showed us a little more of his 6,600 acres where the majority of his hogs are.
You can see these hogs coming here and they'll rub. You know, you can tell they rub around these poles. That's what hogs are doing. They'll circle around here for insects and stuff like that. And with that dirt up on those poles where hogs have been coming in and rubbing, you can tell it's got dirt cut down about 4, 5, 6 inches where they're coming in and rub.
I liked it though. I mean, that was one of the spots where you just sit there and you can see through the woods a little bit, so you can probably see them a little bit before they got there, but I just knew I was probably going to hear Robbie shoot somewhere. Kind of had me doubting a little bit. Did you get that text I said? You said at least I didn't have to listen to you shoot this morning.
Not what I tell you. Keep listening, you just may. 7:23, I said, hey, Super Guide, where do you think they're going to come from? At 7:25, never mind, just saw 2 small velvet bucks. 2 minutes later.
And he said something about the monster guide business get slow. Why don't you become a comedian or something? That's when I think I said, if you quit texting, you might see something.
Welcome to this week's Booner Builder Power Play Moment of the Week. Wild Dale and I are out here on one of Jim Ward's places. He's the guy that builds all the trails and builds better habitat, and we've helped him incorporate Booner Builder into that construction, if you will. Jim, what are you up to back there?
Just enhancing the trail, making more browse for them. It's the right time of the year to get out here. It's the time of the year the plants are stressed and need a little bit more, and want to hit this for the last time of the year. So,
Dan, what advice can you give him on coming up this trail? And give the people at home some advice about how to drop the Booner Builder on it.
Just spray it out there about 15 feet or so, whatever the bottle will spray, and just get the drops. Just kind of use a fanning motion, get a little bit on it, and keep on moving like Jim just did coming up through there. Next time through, when you're going to enhance it, just add in or add to.
Deer eat about 80% of their diet is browse. And if you're not focusing on browse, a lot of people focus on food plots and they focus on corn piles, but you got to focus on your browse if you're going to do it right, Dale?
Right, because that's their diversity in their habitat. They gather all the nutrients they need in their native browse.
This particular spot, we're about 2/3 of the way up the hill, and that's where you said you got to focus, right?
2/3 of the way up is the key. They collect the thermals, they can see well. Every military guy in the world understands you got to have high ground for protection, and that's what they're doing. They figured it out.
It's funny to actually think about a deer like that. You're kind of going into combat against him, and he lives here. We don't. He lives here. He's got all the advantages. So why not put a couple of advantages in our favor? Take Jim's system, build yourself a whitetail habitat, take Booner Builder, and bring all your routes together. Mosey route.
Incorporate the deer's habit in with what they need.
That's it. I mean, it's that simple. You build browse routes, positive association, give him what he needs to eat. He's going to grow bigger antlers. He's going to be healthier. And you're going to have a lot of fun and see a lot of deer when you hunt them.
Making his search a lot more successful. Makes your search a lot less.
Folks, you can go on to Facebook. You can find Dale. He's on Facebook. You can send him questions, send him anything you want. He's going to try to help you out and figure out your own property. Jim, he's got a website. It's whitetailacademy.com. You can go on there and check out some of his stuff too. It's going to do it for this week. That's actually going to do it for this season. Look for us back here next year. Send us your pictures, send us your stories, send us all the success that you've had with Booner Builder, and we want to see it. So for this time, we'll see you next year.
Another attraction to hunting South Carolina is the liberal game limits. I can shoot 2 bucks a day. So after harvesting that first buck, I was pretty pumped that, you know what, I'm up to bat again. So I stressed to Terry that, you know, I killed a nice buck, I'm tickled to death with it, but I really want to kill a wild boar.
Robbie is on the quest for some bacon, and when we come back, he'll be right in the middle of hog country.
This is the last day of a 4-day hunt. We saw a giant here last night. Here he comes. You on him? Wait, your blade's out. What? The blade popped off the dang horn again.
Make the switch to a mechanical broadhead you can count on. The True Fire Switchblade. Blades are easily reset. No O-rings. Guaranteed not to pre-open in flight.
Man, I'm making the switch.
The True Fire Switchblade.
This is the Tree Stand Buddy, the easiest, safest way ever to hang your stand. With the receiver on the tree and the bracket on the stand, simply slide your stand into place. The attach the tree stand strap, you never carry your stand up the tree. Tree Stand Buddy works on virtually any hang-on stand. I put a receiver in every tree I hunt and take my stand with me.
It's that easy.
Learn more at treestandbuddy.com.
This portion of the show is brought to you by Wildlife Energy Drink. Energy for the great outdoors.
What we're doing is we saw the pigs down this way last night. There's a lot of tree cover right now, so we're going to get eye level because you can actually see back into this woods where they're staging up with the deer and the pigs. Get our bush in the bags. We're going to brush up an area here, settle into our bush in the bags. It's me and a cameraman, so we got to hide a lot of stuff. We're going to get settled in here and brush this up.
On the last evening of our hunt, Robbie and I split up about 1.5 miles apart on a power line with a river just paralleling it. It's a great spot with a lot of pigs on it, and Robbie says he wants one that'll just fit right in his cooler.
We're hunting right off the Salkehatchie River, and if you're in this part of the country, pretty much everybody knows about the Salkehatchie River. It's an area that holds some hogs and some deer.
Well, it's my final sit here at Blackwater, and it's just been an incredible 3 days. I'm trying to put a hog on the ground. I seen a bunch of them here last night. We got a good feeling about it. It's still a little warm. The wind's blowing. Not perfect, but it should work. And hopefully it ends my quest to kill a wild boar. I've had a lot of opportunities, and the closest I came was last night when I actually seen one. So hopefully it all works out for the PA kid to take an actual, true wild boar.
Robbie and I split up on this power line last night. We both saw hogs. The shooter bucks really aren't moving right now. Robbie got a nice one, but the real nice bucks down here kind of shut down in this first week of September. So we've decided to focus on hogs. This is a good spot, come right up off this river. Terry says they killed some nice bucks here too, so you never know what could happen tonight. But like I said, last evening of the hunt, we got to make something happen. So we're on the ground in our bush in the bags, watching a long ways across these power lines.
Robbie wasn't there long, and he could hear pigs and see them moving on the edge of the brush. Didn't take long for him to step out, and as Robbie said, he just wanted one for his cooler. Robbie was doing some self-filming tonight, and boy did he do a good job. Filming a pig hunt yourself isn't easy.
Pig down. Kerplow.
As I watched this young buck and fawns out in front of me, I heard the sound that I knew I was destined to hear that evening.
Did you hear that? Robbie just shot again. I'll tell you what, if you're an outfitter and you want us to come show your place off, Robbie Gilbert will find a way to get it done. That's his second shot, and he doesn't miss with a rifle, so we're gonna have to track something out of here that Robbie killed.
It's been a long quest. And I told Nate and those guys before I left, I said, they asked me how big you gonna kill a pig, how big you gonna kill it? I said, I want something I can put in a cooler. This will be perfect. A young boar ought to be real good eating, but I finally killed a wild boar. Finally. Blackwater, baby. That's where it's at. That is where it's at. Yes! This just caps an awesome 3-day hunt. I was able to take a nice buck. I was able to take a wild boar. It's just insane. The opportunities that are here is just utterly insane. I mean, where else can you go that you're gonna be able to kill a whitetail and a pig at the same time in September with a gun?
After recovering his hog, Robbie climbed back in the stand just to let me finish out my hunt, and look at the pigs that came out at this spot. Blackwater is covered up in wildlife. Deer, hogs, turkeys, they've got it all. This place is awesome.
Everything just worked out like it should. We're gonna get this thing loaded up, get the trucks loaded up, and head the posse back to Pennsylvania in a high and get ready for a highest bow season.
Do yourself a favor and call Terry Hires at Blackwater. Go to blackwaterhunting.com and look up all the prices and rates they've got and all the packages they have to offer. He still has openings for this deer season if you call, and from this point forward, the hunting only gets better. Also, do yourself a favor and go to Invite's Facebook page, post I want my Invite food plot. The boys from Invite will pick a winner and send you a free food plot. That's going to do it for this week's show. See you back here next time on Tree Stand Buddies. Game on.
Tree Stand Buddies Game On has been brought to you by Tree Stand Buddy at treestandbuddy.com. Wild Dale's Booner Builder at boonerbuilder.com. Extreme Sighting Solutions at extremesights.com. High Country Archery at highcountryarchery.com. Invite Team Extreme Food Plots at invitefpf.com. Bush in a Bag at bushnabag.com. TrueFire releases and broadheads at truefire.com. Kicks Industries at kicks-ind.com. Game On Game Calls at OutdoorInsightsTV.com. And Walnut Grove at WalnutGroveHunting.com. Products have been provided by these fine sponsors. Tree Stand Buddies Game On has been an Outdoor Insights television production. Find us online at OutdoorInsightsTV.com or on Facebook and Twitter.
Super guide.
On my review about this guy keeps every stand I sit in, it's got this bald guy in it with me. I don't know where he keeps coming from. How he is holding that camera.
That's what I think about South Carolina. And the hospitality.
Hey, I've enjoyed having you guys. Welcome to come back anytime. Even though Robbie here, man.